Almost everyone carries this virus, and most people have no idea it's living inside them. You might have it right now, even if you've never kissed anyone in your entire life. A tiny sore on your lip, a little tingling, a burning spot that appears at the worst possible moment. Most people brush it off as stress, dry weather, or maybe just bad luck. But what if that little bump is actually a warning sign your body has been hiding for years? Here's the truth. 2 out of 3 humans on Earth already carry this virus. Babies, teens, adults, people in happy relationships, people who've never been intimate. This virus doesn't judge. It doesn't ask permission. It just moves and eats and stays. What virus are we talking about? Herpes Simplex Virus, HSV. It sounds dramatic, scary, stigmatized. But let's get something straight right now. HSV is not a bad person virus. HSV is not a you did something wrong virus. HSV is a human virus, one of the most common we've ever seen. It has been with us for thousands of years. Ancient history texts even mention it. Julius Caesar likely had it. Famous kings, brilliant scientists, celebrities you admire right now, regular people like you and me. No exceptions. This virus doesn't care who you are, why it feels so scary. Because HSV hits people where they feel the most vulnerable: your face, your relationships, your confidence. One small cold sore can make a person feel embarrassed, ashamed, afraid that others will judge them, even though most people already have the same virus. That's the crazy part. We're scared of something that the majority of us deal with quietly. How do you get HSV? Here's the surprising part. You can get HSV from a kiss on the cheek, from someone sharing a drink, from a loving relative kissing a baby. No wild behavior required. No mistakes. Just ordinary human contact. HSV spreads because humans are affectionate. And isn't that kind of beautiful? The virus spreads where love lives. Once it enters your body, it never leaves. This is what separates HSV from many other viruses. It doesn't float around in your blood forever. It actually hides inside your nerves. Imagine a burglar sneaking into a locked room in your house, curled up quietly, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That's HSV. Sometimes it sleeps for years. Other times it wakes up when you're stressed, you're sick, you stay in the sun too long, your immune system gets tired. That's when a cold sore appears, and suddenly the panic sets in. You are not alone. Before we go any further, remember this. If you have HSV, you are not dirty. You are not different. You are not alone. You are part of the majority. This virus doesn't define you, it just happens to live with you. And today, you're going to learn how to take control again. Right now, a silent battle is happening inside your nerves. Your immune system is constantly trying to keep HSV locked away, but what exactly is HSV doing inside your body right now? How does it hide? Why does it strike without warning? And can you stop it from coming back? There's one thing about this virus almost nobody knows. That's what we uncover next. There's a secret about HSV that makes it one of the smartest viruses on Earth. It doesn't just infect you, it outsmarts you. It sneaks into your body, finds the most secure place possible, and builds a permanent home where your immune system can't reach it. That home, your nervous system. The Great Disappearance. The moment HSV first enters your body, maybe from a tiny kiss or shared drink, it does something shocking. It travels through your nerve endings like a spy crawling through tunnels. It rides up a nerve highway straight into a control center called a ganglion, a tiny cluster of nerve cells. Once it gets there, it vanishes. Not literally. But it switches into a mode scientists call latency, a deep, silent sleep. Your immune system patrols your whole body. It's trained to find intruders. But HSV hides in the one place your immune system isn't allowed to attack aggressively. Your neurons, the cells responsible for your thoughts, your movement, your emotions, your memories. If your immune system damaged those cells, you'd be in serious danger. So HSV hides behind that biological rule like a criminal hiding in a church. The sleeper agent. While HSV is asleep, nothing happens. No sores, no pain, no symptoms at all. You feel normal. You think nothing is wrong. Life continues. But HSV is patient. It waits for a trigger. Here are the most common ones: stress, lack of sleep. Other illnesses, sunlight. Hormonal changes, weak immune response. When your defenses drop, boom, HSV wakes up. It travels back down the nerve to the skin's surface, the lips or mouth, and erupts into a cold sore. That's why outbreaks seem to appear out of nowhere. Why does it hurt? Your nerves are involved. That's why people often feel tingling, burning, itching hours or even days before a sore appears. Your body senses a silent alarm. Something is coming. This early warning sign is called the prodrome phase. If you've ever felt that tingle and thought, oh no, not again, you've experienced HSV preparing its attack. Who's really winning? Your immune system never stops fighting. Every single day, it blocks outbreaks, keeps HSV trapped in latency, prevents the infection from spreading further. For most people, HSV causes nothing more than occasional annoyance. But emotionally, it can feel like a war you're losing. A tiny cold sore can destroy your confidence at school, at work, on a date. That's the real danger, fear, not the virus itself. So if you ever feel alone or ashamed, remember this. You have a world-class immune system fighting for you every second, and it's stronger than HSV wants you to believe. Quick reality check. Most people with HSV live long, healthy lives, have great relationships, never spread it to anyone when careful, don't have constant symptoms. HSV is more common and less dangerous than society thinks. Okay, HSV hides. It attacks when triggered. It can come back again and again. But here's the real mystery. If the virus is so common and outbreaks are so uncomfortable, why hasn't medicine found a cure? Why can't we get rid of HSV completely? There's a surprising scientific reason and a hopeful twist that could change everything. You might be wondering, if HSV is so common, why hasn't science cured it? We've beaten viruses before. We eliminated smallpox. We control HIV. We made vaccines for COVID in under a year. So why does something as ordinary as HSV still stick around? Let's break it down in a way that actually makes sense. Reason number one, HSV hides where we can't attack. Remember how HSV hides inside your nerves? That's the biggest challenge. Your immune system is a powerful army. But even your army has rules. It can't destroy nerve cells because those are essential. Lose enough nerve cells and you'd lose things like the ability to move, the ability to think clearly, the ability to feel. So the immune system takes a hands-off approach around your neurons. HSV uses that rule to survive. It hides behind the no damage allowed sign. Reason number two, it goes silent. When HSV sleeps in latency mode, it doesn't make viral proteins, which means the immune system has nothing to detect. Imagine a criminal who wears no clothes that stand out, leaves no fingerprints, makes no noise. It's impossible to catch someone who leaves zero evidence. That's HSV. Reason number three, medicine can only treat symptoms. Current treatments like acyclovir, valacyclovir, Valtrex, famciclovir, they help prevent outbreaks. They help reduce transmission. They help sores heal faster. But they don't remove the virus from the nerves. At best, they keep HSV quiet. That's why people say, HSV isn't a virus you cure, it's a virus you manage. The good news, science has not given up. In fact, HSV research is more active now than ever. Here's what's being explored right now. CRISPR gene editing to remove viral DNA therapeutic vaccines to stop outbreaks, immune-boosting strategies to trap the virus permanently, new drugs that block HSV even in nerve cells. There are real, promising breakthroughs on the horizon. So if you've ever felt hopeless, don't. We are closer than we've ever been. Quick reality check. Most people living with HIV never deal with constant outbreaks, can have healthy, loving relationships, have strong immune systems keeping the virus under control, enjoy a completely normal life. The real challenge isn't medical, it's emotional. Fear, shame, and stigma hurt way more than the virus itself. And when we replace fear with facts, the stigma loses its power. You're in control. Every single day, your body is winning. Your immune system keeps HSV locked away most of the time. And the more you understand this virus, the more power you have over it. Knowledge is confidence. Confidence is freedom. There's a huge misunderstanding about HSV. People think there's just one type, but there are actually two major types, and they behave differently, spread differently, trigger differently, impact relationships differently. One version mostly targets your mouth, the other mostly targets the genitals. But lately, they're switching roles and fast. So here's the big question: which one do you have, and how does it change your life? There isn't just one herpes virus. There are two major types. HSV-1, usually linked to mouth cold sores, HSV-2, usually linked to genital symptoms. At least, that's what everyone thinks. But biology loves plot twists. Over the last decade, these two types have started showing up in unexpected places, switching roles and confusing people everywhere. So if someone gets a cold sore on their lip, it doesn't automatically mean HSV-1. And if someone has a genital outbreak, it doesn't automatically mean HSV-2. Let's clear up the confusion so you actually know what's going on in your own body. The classic pattern. HSV-1 mostly spreads through oral contact. Kissing, sharing drinks, family affection. Common in childhood. Often causes cold sores around the lips. HSV-2 mostly spreads through intimate contact, tends to show up in the genital area, more likely to come from contact during adulthood. That's the textbook version. So, what changed? Humans changed. We travel more. We meet more people. Relationships look different than they used to. So, HSV adapted. Now we see HSV-1 causing genital symptoms, more often HSV-2 spreading orally in some cases. The result? Many people don't even know which version they have. And here's the important part. Knowing the type can help you manage symptoms better and reduces stress because you understand the risks clearly. So the real truth is, location typo. Where the outbreak appears does not always show what type it is. Only a test can confirm it. But does the type change your life? Let's keep it real. For most people, symptoms are mild outbreaks become rare over time. Many have zero symptoms after the first year or two, whether someone has HSV-1 or HSV-2. They can still have healthy friendships, experience great romance, build families, live normally and confidently. The type doesn't control your future. Knowledge does. Your mindset matters. Most. The biggest difference isn't in the science. It's in how people feel. Some think HSV-1 is no big deal because it's common. Some think HSV-2 is life-ruining because of stigma. But here's the truth. Both are extremely common. Neither defines you. Both are manageable. And the emotional shame around HSV? It is based on misinformation, not reality. You deserve compassion, especially from yourself. Rehuk idachrusto. The next big question. Now you know how common HSV is, how it hides, why it sticks around, and the two types people can carry. But you're probably wondering, how do I avoid outbreaks? What triggers them the most? Can I reduce the risk for others? What lifestyle choices actually help? And here's the really surprising thing. Some everyday habits secretly wake the virus up and make symptoms show up faster. Relationships look different than they used to. So, HSV adapted. Now we see HSV-1 causing genital symptoms more often, HSV-2 spreading orally in some cases. The result? Many people don't even know which version they have. And here's the important part. Knowing the type can help you manage symptoms better and reduces stress because you understand the risks clearly. Now you know the virus hides inside your nerves. You know it waits. You know it can wake up when your defenses fall. But what exactly sets it off? Why does an outbreak strike during the week you have a date, a school performance, or a big event you've been waiting for? It feels like the virus has terrible timing. But the truth is simple. HSV wakes up when you're vulnerable. So let's talk about the top triggers and how you can shut them down. Trigger number 1, stress. You've felt this before. Deadlines, drama, fear, pressure. When life gets heavy, your body releases stress hormones. And those hormones weaken your immune system just enough for HSV to slip out of hiding. Stress is the #1 outbreak trigger worldwide. Your defense? Deep breathing, good sleep, light exercise, talking to someone you trust. Your immune system is strongest when you feel supported. Trigger #2, sunlight. UV light is tough on your lips and skin. If you've ever noticed a cold sore after, beach vacations, snow days, long outdoor sports, that's not a coincidence. Your defense? Lip balm with SPF, shade breaks, hydration. Sunlight doesn't cause HSV, it just gives it the window. Trigger #3, being sick. Colds and flu weaken your body's defenses. Your immune system becomes busy fighting other infections, leaving HSV an opening. Your defense? Time to rest. Vitamins, especially C plus D. Staying hydrated. Listening to your body. Taking care of one illness protects you from another. Trigger #4, lack of sleep. Sleep is when your immune system repairs itself. No sleep, no repair. And when your defenses go down, HSV wakes up. Your defense. Aim for consistent sleep times. Put screens away before bed. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Small upgrades. Massive impact. Trigger #5, dry, cracked lips. Damaged skin is like an unlocked door. HSV sees an opening and escapes. Your defense. Moisturizing lip balm. Avoid picking or peeling. Stay hydrated. Healthier skin, fewer chances for the virus to break through. Trigger #6, hormonal shifts. For some people, hormonal changes can make the immune system dip. Menstruation cycles, major life changes, growth and puberty. Your defense? Track patterns. Prepare ahead of known triggers. Talk with a doctor if outbreaks line up with cycles. Knowledge is prevention. Your immune system is the real hero. Here's the hopeful truth. For most people, outbreaks get less frequent and less intense with time because your immune system learns its enemy. You can help it win by eating balanced meals, managing stress, resting your body, staying aware of your personal triggers. This isn't just biology. This is personal power. Now you know what wakes HSV up, how to defend yourself, how your immune system fights back. But there's one more massive question. Can you protect other people? Friends, partners, future relationships? There's a surprising truth about when HSV is most contagious, and most people get this completely wrong. There's a huge myth about herpes. You can only spread it when you have a visible sore. That sounds logical, but it's not true. HSV is sneaky. It doesn't wait for a blister to show up. It can spread even when the skin looks perfectly normal. This is one of the biggest reasons the virus is so common. People don't know they have it, so they accidentally pass it on. Let's break down what really happens. The 2 ways HSV spreads. HSV spreads through skin-to-skin contact in specific areas. 1, when a sore or blister is present. Virus levels are high, easier to pass on. 2, when the virus comes to the surface silently, called asymptomatic shedding. No symptoms at all. So someone could feel totally fine and still have tiny amounts of virus active on the skin. That's why people are often surprised to learn they caught it from an innocent-seeming moment. The person who gave it to them didn't even know they had HSV. No blame, no shame. Just biology doing what biology does. Where and how it spreads. HSV is location-specific. HSV-1 most often spreads around the mouth and lips. Kissing is a common way it moves between people. HSV-2 most often spreads through close contact involving the lower body. Only skin-to-skin contact, not through objects or air. Important note, it does not spread through toilet seats, sharing a swimming pool, breathing near someone, touching normal household objects. Viruses need the correct skin environment to survive. That's why everyday interactions with friends, classmates, or coworkers aren't a risk. Simple hygiene. Big protection. Doctors universally recommend some general rules to help reduce spread. Avoid touching a sore. If you do, wash your hands right away. Keep the affected area clean. Don't share lip products like chapstick or drink bottles when symptoms appear. Use medical guidance and approved medication when necessary. Simple behaviors, strong protection, zero judgment. You're not expected to be perfect, just informed. When is it most contagious? Here's the clear order from most to least risk. 1. Active sores and blisters. Virus is high on the skin. 2. Tingling or burning stage. Virus is moving toward the surface. 3. Asymptomatic shedding. No symptoms, lower but still possible. 4. Deep latency. Virus is asleep. Low chance of spreading. Knowing these stages helps you stay aware without living in fear. Relationships can still be safe. Most people with HSV build happy relationships, learn to communicate openly, work with doctors to manage the condition, protect the people they care about. HSV is not the end of trust, respect, or connection. Good information makes life easier, not harder. You deserve to feel confident around others. You're already doing great. If you're watching this, you're learning. You're taking responsibility for your health. You're treating your body and others with care. That shows strength. That shows maturity. HSV doesn't define who you are, and how you handle it does. Now, the biggest question is beginning to form in your mind. If the virus is permanent, if it hides and reappears, if it affects so many people, then what can you actually do to take back control of your life? Believe it or not, there are science-backed lifestyle habits that can dramatically lower outbreaks and boost your immune defense. And some are so simple, you can start them today. Living with HSV isn't about fear, it's about control. And the good news, you already have the tools inside you. Remember, HSV only shows up when your immune system is struggling. So if you support your immune system, you directly reduce outbreaks. Small habits create huge protection. Let's make this as simple and powerful as possible. Here are the top science-backed habits anyone can start. Habit number 1, protect your sleep. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's your immune system's charging station. Every hour you sleep, your body repairs cells, your defenses strengthen, invisible battles are won. Aim for consistent sleep, around 7 to 9 hours if possible. Even 1 extra hour can make outbreaks far less likely. Habit number 2, feed your immune system. Your body is a living army. Food is the fuel. Supportive foods include colorful fruits and veggies, lean proteins, foods with vitamin C and D, zinc-rich foods like nuts and beans. Hydration counts too. Water keeps your skin strong. Balanced meals, fewer viral opportunities. Habit number 3, reduce stress for real. Stress is the #1 trigger worldwide. When stress rises, outbreaks follow. Try deep breathing, even 5 minutes. Light exercise like walking, talking to someone you trust, spending time offline. You don't have to erase stress, just give your mind small breaks. Habit number 4, protect your lips and skin. Healthy skin, a locked door. Outbreaks often strike when the skin is dry, cracked, damaged by sunlight. Simple steps, lip balm with SPF when outside. Avoid picking at scabs or peeling skin. Protect your face in strong sunlight. Comfort and prevention in one move. Habit number 5, smart hygiene. You don't need to live in fear. Just follow gentle precautions. Wash hands if you ever touch a sore. Don't share personal items during symptoms. Not because you're dangerous, but because awareness helps everyone. Because awareness helps. 6, medical guidance when needed. Some people choose preventive medication if outbreaks occur often. Doctors can help with timing, dose, long-term planning. Using science is a sign of strength, not weakness. Habit number 7, monitor your signals. That tiny tingle before a sore, your body is warning you. When you feel early symptoms, rest more. Stay hydrated. Be mindful of close contact. Listening to your body is your greatest self-defense. The most important habit, self-compassion. You are not a diagnosis. You are not a stereotype. You are not alone. HSV is extremely common. It should never define your worth. You deserve respect, confidence, love, a normal life. And you can have all those things, starting now. These aren't restrictions. They're upgrades. They help you feel stronger every single day. We've covered how HSV works, why it hides, what triggers it, how you can manage it, how to prevent passing it on. Now it's time for the most human question of all. How do you talk about HSV? To a friend, a partner, someone you care about, someone new? There's a powerful way to communicate with confidence. Without shame, without fear. This may be the hardest part of the virus, not the symptom, not the nerves, but the conversation. The moment where you think, how will they react? Your heart races. Your confidence feels shaky. The unknown becomes scarier than the virus itself. But here's a powerful truth. When you communicate with confidence, most people respond with compassion. Let's walk through this together. Step one, remember, you are not the virus before you talk to anyone else. You talk to yourself. Say this clearly: I am worthy of respect. I am not defined by a virus. I don't owe shame for something so common. When you believe those statements, others will feel that strength too. Step two, pick the right moment. Timing matters. Choose a moment that is calm, private, without distractions, not during stress, not in public, not when anyone feels rushed. You deserve a conversation where the real you is seen. Step three, speak with clarity, not apology. Many people make the mistake of starting like this. I'm so sorry. I have something awful to tell you. This creates fear before you even share the truth. Instead, keep your tone clear, calm, confident, respectful. You can say something like, I want to share something important about my health because I respect you. It's called HSV, a very common virus that lives in nerves and causes occasional skin symptoms. I manage it, and I'm careful about how I take care of my health and other people's health too. Notice the difference. You are informing, not apologizing. Step four, focus on facts, not fear. People fear what they don't understand. You can explain how common HSV is, that most people with it live normal lives, how transmission works, how you manage outbreaks responsibly. Facts remove fear. Fear fuels stigma. You hold the power to replace one with the other. Step five, you are inviting trust. Sharing personal health information isn't a burden. It's a gift of honesty. Most people respond with respect for your courage, appreciation for your clarity, interest in understanding more. And if someone reacts negatively, that reveals their limitation, not yours. Anyone who cannot handle honesty with grace was never the right person to trust with your heart. Step six, you are not alone. Millions of people have these conversations every year, and here's something they learn. True connection grows stronger when you share the truth kindly. You do not have to feel afraid. You do not have to feel broken. You do not have to feel less. You are still capable of love, friendship, laughter, confidence, a future you're excited about. HSV doesn't cancel any of that. If you want a script to practice, here's a simple version you can personalize. I really like you, and I want to share something important. I have HSV, a very common virus that causes occasional skin symptoms. I take good care of myself and follow medical advice. Communication matters to me, and I want us to feel safe and informed together. If you have questions, I'm totally open to talking about them. Short, clear, respectful, human. That's all you need to be. Your confidence is contagious in a good way. When you speak without shame, people learn that they don't need to treat this like a big deal. You're changing the narrative, and that's powerful. You now understand how HSV spreads, how it hides, how to prevent outbreaks, how to protect others, how to talk about it openly. But there's one last part of this story: the future. There are cutting-edge scientific breakthroughs happening right now that could change everything we know about HSV. And some of them sound like science fiction, but they are already being tested. For decades, people believed HSV was unbeatable, something you just live with forever, a virus that science couldn't crack. But that belief is changing fast. Researchers are studying HSV with more speed and creativity than ever before. They're building tools that humans couldn't even imagine 20 years ago. And now, we are closer than ever to major breakthroughs. Let's look at what's happening in the real world right now. Breakthrough number one, gene editing, CRISPR. Scientists at several universities have used CRISPR, molecular scissors, to cut HSV's DNA inside neurons. Not reduce outbreaks, not hide the virus, remove the virus. This is still early research, not ready for hospital use yet. But the proof is there. We finally found a way to reach the virus where it hides. That alone is huge. Breakthrough number two, therapeutic vaccines. These aren't vaccines to prevent HSV. They're vaccines to train the immune system to block outbreaks, reduce viral activity, stop transmission more effectively. Some early trials show fewer symptoms, stronger immune responses, longer outbreak-free periods. Imagine living years without a flare-up. That future feels realistic. Breakthrough number 3, smarter antiviral medicine. Current antiviral drugs are good, but blunt. New medicines aim to target the virus only, skip side effects, block HSV at the nerve level, work better with your own immune system. The goal isn't just managing outbreaks, it's ending them. Breakthrough number 4, immune boosting technology. Researchers discovered exactly how HSV flips between sleeping mode, latency, awake mode, outbreak. That means we can design treatments that freeze the virus permanently, keep it locked away for life. If HSV can't wake up, it can't spread. It can't cause fear, and that would change everything. What does all this mean for you? Right now, today, HSV is already manageable, treatable, livable. Your immune system does 95% of the work automatically, but tomorrow, we could be talking about long-term silence, zero outbreaks, zero viral shedding. Maybe one day, complete removal. Hope isn't a dream. It's a scientific direction. The future is coming, and it looks good. A quick reality check. To be honest, these breakthroughs will take time. More safety testing, more data, more approval steps. But progress isn't a question of if anymore. It's a question of when. Every year brings new advancements. You're living at the exact moment where this virus is being understood and challenged more than ever before. You're on the right side of history. The big takeaway. HSV is not a life sentence. It's not a punishment. It's not a barrier. You are not less. You don't lose love. You don't lose respect. You don't lose your future. You still get laughter, adventure, achievement, connection, confidence, love in every form. This virus doesn't control your story. You do. You've made it through 9 parts of truth, clarity, and strength. Now there's just one question left. After everything you've learned, after understanding the science, the future, the reality, how should you feel when you wake up tomorrow? Because the answer to that question is what truly changes lives. Take a breath. Look at everything you just learned. HSV is common, manageable, not your fault, not a danger to your future, not a reflection of your character. It is a virus, nothing more. But the world often tries to make it a label, a judgment, a reason for someone to feel less. So let's rewrite that story right now. You are living a normal human experience. Almost everyone has been kissed by this virus. Literally. Billions of people carry HSV silently. They live happy lives, they fall in love, they build families, they chase dreams. No one looks at a person with HSV and says, "You don't belong." Because HSV doesn't change who you are, your kindness, your humor, your ambitions, your relationships, your heart. All of that remains yours, untouched. You deserve confidence, not fear, not shame, not silence. When you understand HSV, you take back mental control. Confidence comes from knowledge. Strength comes from truth. No matter what you've heard before, you're not less, you're not unclean, you are not broken. You are a full human being with a full, bright life ahead. Your body is strong. You don't just have a virus, you have a fighting defense system that protects you every day, learns your patterns, grows smarter over time, keeps outbreaks rare. Your immune system is the real main character here, and it wins almost every day without you even noticing. Give yourself credit. Your body is incredible. Your mindset is everything. When you hear a word enough times, you can start to fear it. But fear disappears when truth replaces misunderstanding. Instead of thinking, what if someone judges me? Try, anyone worth my time will respect me. Instead of, my future is ruined. Try, my future is waiting. You control the script, not the virus, not the stigma, not society, you. The real message of this video. HSV is a tiny nuisance with way too big a reputation. But you are a big person who deserves a much brighter view of yourself. You are allowed to feel secure, feel loved, Feel excited about tomorrow. Feel normal because you are. Normal might be the most important word here. HSV doesn't make you different, it makes you like most of the world. Your life doesn't pause. So the next time a cold sore appears, take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Remember what's actually true. You're stronger than the virus, smarter than the stigma, and more resilient than you may realize. HSV is not the end of anything. It's simply one fact about your health in a story filled with thousands of beautiful details that make you who you are. When you wake up tomorrow, stand a little taller, smile a little brighter, because today you took back the power, and the rest of your life is still wide open, full of possibility. You are worthy. You are capable. You are more than enough. And nothing, not a virus, not a label, can take that away from you.